Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Gigi and this is Burnt Chicken Nuggets Dark Adventure. Today we're going to get into a compilation of some creepy and unexplainable videos that you just can't unsee. Sit back, grab a snack, and let's get straight into it.
ATS finally did it, y'all. As you can see by this picture behind me. She literally in a picture with Rick Owens and Michelle Lamy. Y'all all know they are hella demonic. She Rick Owen down from head to toe. Like they always say, you're only a product of your environment. So you hanging around people like this, you already know you're just like them. But I'm pretty sure this was her initiation, y'all. Like the pictures that they took, they got a little candle set up and everything. Y'all, just look at the picture. I'm telling y'all, this was her initiation. When y'all see her pop out with some new music and that shit just go up, I'm talking about bigger than it ever has. You all know why. Unsee spent the last couple of years already converting her to Satan, and now they just finished it off. I believe they are now her handlers. We all know her rap career fell off. Her and Young Miami wasn't cutting it. I'm just trying to figure out, other than the reason why I said, why do y'all think she'd be around people like this? If she don't have nothing going for herself. But she had some popularity, and they like, yeah, if you want to keep that popularity and get some more opportunities, all you got to do is...
If you didn't know, there's certain videos circulating around on TikTok talking about elites eating mermaids, and I just want to make this very clear, okay? Mermaids do in fact exist. First of all, you have to understand that certain elites, let's just say, aren't like us underneath their, let's just say costume. But aside from that, if you have the balls and confidence and a team that just so happens to have some soundproof equipment, as dumb as that may sound, you can actually hunt them in some areas of the ocean. The only reason that you don't know about shit like this is because you don't explore areas of the internet outside of just Googling shit, okay? There's certain groups on Telegram, especially on the dark web, and I'm so serious right now, with fishermen that come from certain coastlines, and this can range anywhere from California all the way to Australia. They're literally all over the world. And they'll talk about not only catching them, but post their weight, their size, their length, their colored hair. I mean, there's a lot of shit that goes into this. They even post pictures. They've even posted them on TikTok, but people don't believe that they're real most of the time. And announce out in the open, sometimes announcing that they're actually hunted down by the FBI, CIA, whatever it may be, that they deliver them to people that have a shit ton of fucking money. There's actually some hot spots in the United States. For example, if you go to the very end of Virginia Beach around 3 to 4 a.m., which I still hear stories on a monthly basis of people being taken out into the ocean by them, but regardless, you might see some sketchy ass looking people. Just know that there's a lot of aspects of this reality, including mermaids and cryptids even, that exist, but you just don't know about them. And many of you aren't aware of them simply because your mind isn't open to them actually existing. And you might call me crazy, that's completely fine. There's thousands of other people that know this information as well. I've even had personal experiences with cryptids. I even recorded them on camera a couple years ago. The lot that was across from my house, I actually caught what looked to be a djinn, or in quotations, the hat man that was following me. I've caught the fae on camera. I have these videos like long down in my TikTok. I'm pretty sure I have a playlist of them. But I mean, even in Colorado, I've had some skinwalker experiences. I've had a Wendigo experience that was the most terrifying fucking day of my entire life. If you go out to look for it, you will end up eventually fucking finding it. I'm just being completely honest with you right now. You can even ask the natives up in Colorado. They will tell you some crazy ass shit. But as for mermaids, I can tell you where to look and what time.
say everything you said is very funny.
Oh, he says funny. I feel it, and it's really not a very good thing.
Oh, no.
And he's just going to grab it. He's just going to grab it, man.
Oh, it's that one?
Everything you said, right? If you open it, it feeds. That is absolutely what this is. That's its design. It is designed to feed.
It looks new, though.
Upon opening. So
You would
I don't
think.
know about this box,
Yeah.
but this
Okay.
thing is well over a century old.
Do you take it out, or I mean, I don't want you to. Jesus.
See, it elicits emotion. It elicits something that it immediately comes for.
It's coming.
I knew what it was, and it's still.
Oh no, I know what it is, and it still is so bothersome. But you see, it is wood, and there's argument as to whether it came from Germany or from Nigeria. There's a lot of talk about it. This is a wooden box. The illusion is that it's plastic. It's not. It has some kind of gesso on it. It's a thick paint. But what's fascinating is the woman who brought it to anybody's attention as a haunted object basically said that it spoke to her. And it told her that it was a very dangerous spirit, but if you treat it well, if you give what it wants, it can be very friendly and helpful. But if you don't, it can kill.
The documentary. Yesterday I saw an interview with Day 26 and how traumatized they all were. But it was what Q said about the email that he saw that made everything click. Basically, he said that there was an email that was addressed to Diddy that he saw that traumatized him so bad he has to take mental health medicine in his arm for the rest of his life. But then he said he doesn't know why everyone around Diddy is pointing the finger at him when they failed to mention that they're the exact same, if not worse. He even went as far as to say as things were getting too sacrificial and he refused to speak any further. And then I thought, blink twice. It was a documentary. Slaughter King, Diddy. Super charming, handsome billionaire that has SA parties and so much, you know what, that people will not remember anything. Then there's Lucas, victim or perpetrator. Sounds a lot to me like Justin Bieber. Last and not least, it was that final scene with Frida that plugged everything. Frida is Oprah. I cannot believe it took me so long to
Scout cookies were tested for heavy metals and glyphosate, and the results were extremely concerning. Out of the 13 different kinds of Girl Scout cookies that were tested, 100% of them tested positive for glyphosate, and 100% of them also had high levels of metals like aluminum, arsenic, cadmium, lead, and mercury. As if the ingredients in Girl Scout cookies weren't already bad enough. Girls
Telling y'all better stop playing with the spiritual realm, thinking that paranormal activity is just paranormal activity and won't nothing happen to you. You're gonna find yourself in a lot of trouble. So it's a video going around right now where a spirit or some sort of paranormal being attached itself to an Elmo balloon. And of course, people watching it in the comments thinking this shit a game, and it's really not. Matter of fact, look at this shit. Look at the balloon. I'm gonna give you the backstory, but look at this shit. This shit is about to walk up the stairs. And they're not doing this. Matter of fact, I'm not even, y'all wanna see it? You go to her page. So let me give you the backstory. This lady, she bought a balloon for her son. She's sitting in the house, she see the balloon doing some weird shit. She says, you know what? Maybe I'm bugging. Let me record this shit. So the weird shit that she seen the balloon doing is, the balloon starts floating around the house. It goes to the basement door and it stops at the basement door. Mind you, when this balloon is floating, it will go anywhere in the house except in that basement door. As you seen, the balloon just went up the stairs. The balloon goes all around this house, but every time the balloon comes to the basement door, it stops. But guess what? Anytime that the balloon goes to the basement door and the son that she bought the balloon for goes in the basement, guess what the balloon does? It goes in the basement. See, I keep telling y'all gonna find yourself in a lot of trouble. The spiritual realm is not to be played with. I honestly didn't even want to look at that video in my house. I honestly don't want that video on my page. It's crazy. Keep playing, you gonna find out. I'm out. I keep.
Gabe. Quiet. Quiet.
It's a creepy deal.
February 20th of 2025, a mother records her child's balloon after seeing it do something that terrified her immensely. She films the balloon, hoping that it does it again on camera. For some reason, the balloon comes to a sudden halt near the basement door. Now you might be wondering what is so frightening about this balloon. After all, it appears to be doing normal balloon things. Well, according to Rachel, the mother, this balloon always ends up at the basement entrance, and it doesn't go in unless her son follows it inside. Unlike other instances where the balloon just suddenly stops near the entrance, here it goes all the way in, and it's only when Rachel's son begins to pursue it that it does this. Now it might be possible that a draft or an airflow is causing the balloon to move towards the basement, but to have it stop only a few feet away from the cellar despite being left open occasionally is a bit strange. Whether it's upstairs or in the furthest corner of the house, it always follows the same path before somehow stopping around the same spot. To Rachel, this doesn't make any sense.
Literally stopped at the basement door again.
Now these occurrences wouldn't be the last of them, as just recently this happened. It's around 9:30 at night when this was captured.
Gabe. Quiet. Quiet.
I can only tell you how the journey to the Cosby Show happened through folklore that my parents told me how to answer that question when I was younger. I do know that they grinded. My mom said she worked during the night and my dad took me to auditions during the day, or vice versa. Every night, understanding that this is a job you can't mess up. This is not for fun, but it is fun. Make sure you respect people, don't do this, don't do that. It was a lot of rules in place. You know, it's doing an album at 5 and staying in the studio until 2, 1 o'clock in the morning, and you're 5 years old knowing that this is the next step in your career, so suck it up and let's do it. It's, you know, you just do what you gotta do. Honestly, I don't remember. I don't remember working with, I don't remember a scene. I don't remember anything while it's a rehearsal or a camera. I remember the smell of the soul food coming out of his dressing room. I remember this, okay, so when we opened the show in front of a live studio audience, you had to walk up these stairs and we came down that classic staircase. I remember standing up there and playing with the wood before I went down. I do not remember as soon as the camera starts. Something clicks off and I do what I'm trained to do. Yeah, when I turned 18, I knew something was going on, so I started going to therapy, and it's dissociation. I just black out. I turn into who I'm supposed to be when the camera's on, and then I come back to when normal life resumes. Again, it's bottled up. I mean, I still have a great relationship with Malcolm Jamal Warner, and I don't even know why. I just know that I adore him. I can't really tell you the genesis of it, but I'm sure he helped me when I needed it, and everyone vice versa.
He's a good dad.
No, he hasn't been a good dad. The first child was too much with nannies and died in the care of a nanny. Now, what I'm saying, if Elon hears this, he's going to shoot me or something. But anyway, that's what I think. That's no good. They were too rich, too many nannies. Then he had 5 children with the same woman, 5 sons, all brought up. Each one had its own nanny. You followed me?
Mm-hmm.
When they got divorced, the nannies were 6 on this side and 6 on that side. So it was really a weird situation.
Just never really spent time with kids, eh?
No.
You think...
Girl was procured and sent to work for a family. There was a boy, the boy's mother, and the boy's grandfather. They were coming from Africa. They were white as me. I thought they'd be black. And because of something the boy did, I never told what he did. The boy did something very dark when he was very little. And then one day I asked someone in the circle, Imelda, Joaquin's mother, I asked Imelda, I said, is he the Antichrist? I was 13 years old. She didn't even blink. She said, no, but he will present the mark. And when you see him do that, the Antichrist will take the stage. So, now here we are, 40 years later. Boom, that boy is the star of the world. The boy's name then was El Elyon. It's changed over time. We're 40 years later. And I see that boy everywhere.
I want to call it. It was a different dimension.
Yeah, a portal. Well, portal would be the actual name.
And I've been so embarrassed to say it out loud that everybody would laugh at me or lock me up. You know, I only told my aunt.
So tell me what happened. Something's not right. Something's scary in that room. Describe what you see and what happens.
I went to the edge of the doorway and I peeked in there, and I was afraid just to peek. And there was something happening in there, like a sci-fi movie. And there was something, he set him up like a little Stonehenge on his bed, and he was tiny, like I told you, so tiny. And he was jumping up and down, and he was saying, Moon, come play with my friends. Okay, that right there says he knew exactly what he was doing. It wasn't like he accidentally opened a portal and didn't know what he had friends. So I peeked in there, and I was so scared. I'm embarrassed to tell this. It's so ridiculously weird. And he was being lifted, and he was starting to go. He was being lifted, and like he was being lifted and was being sucked in. I know this sounds ridiculous, but my aunt told me don't let nothing happen to that effing little kid. And normally I would never let anything happen to a child that was watching. I would run between them and a pit bull. And I said, but the way she said it, I said, why? And she goes, he's going to rule the world someday. And I'm like, what? Him? What do you mean? Why? And she said, don't you know nothing? They're the Illuminati. She would always do that to me. But she'd say, don't let nothing happen to him. He's going to rule the world someday.
Anybody know what this thing is? This was filmed in the Philippines, y'all. What is that? Is that a sea urchin, y'all? And why is it walking? Why or floating, whatever it's doing? What is going on here? Do sea urchins really do this, or is this only available in the Philippines? Now, I would have said this was not real, but I see a shadow like running with it. Look at the shadow, y'all. The shadow is running with it. Look, and then the water pushes it. If it wasn't real, I don't think the water would affect it. That's crazy. Look, and again, and it's moving debris. Look, you see it pick that up. It picked this thing up. It moved this piece of dirt. That's crazy. But what is that, y'all? Mother Earth is expanding. This thing looks like a person just skipping along, y'all. That's just crazy. And what's up with all the wind in Florida? What? Y'all hear that? Y'all, what is going on here?
This is the face of steam from nose, which was once called the face with the look of triumph, which is also the sigil of Baal. And here are a few other examples, as you can see. So come on, let's not kid ourselves. It is what it is. They can't help themselves. They have to weave these things into our lives, and yes, it's sneaky, methodical, and evil. Now, do these emojis have any power? Well, tell me, why would they cause everyone to start using these emojis under the guise of improving communication through text? And using these emojis in a sequence is like a code or spell. For example, there is no transgender flag, but I believe as of 2020 on an Apple device, a person could use a white flag emoji in combination with a transgender logo emoji in a sequence that would produce a transgender flag on the other end. Now, every letter, every character, every emoji is assigned a number. Now, back in the day, those numbers were all over the place, depending on what country they originate from.
Emojis. Seems to be sigils. Look closer to this one here. There we go. All of the 72 sigils goes back to the story of King Solomon, who was able to trap 72 demons. And by using the sigils, he was in control of the demons. Back to our example. This emoji seems to represent Baal, or Moloch, or Molech, the bull demon. Here another close-up of Molech, and look what he got in his hand. They were given as a gift to him. So the original 72 emojis seems to be a representation of the sigils of this book. But who created the emojis? Here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you. All of them are well-known companies who invented the emojis. And the 72 demons, here they are. Isn't it weird that something many people are using every day seems to have a much darker origin?
Sigils. I'm talking about these emojis here. These are the sigils, there's 72 in total, and the sigils are for the lesser keys of Solomon. These are the demons of Solomon. Going back to the sigils, that is one of the sigils, and that is the emoji that it represents. I'll show you a few more here. You can see them right there. You can literally just Google sigil Solomon emoji. So they're known as the lesser keys of Solomon, and like I said, they are representative of the original 72 emojis, and they are essentially magic spells. And when you're using them, you're summoning any one of these. And if you do Google the lesser keys of Solomon, it explains who each one of these are, which one of these matches up to each one of those, and what each one of these actually does. You don't even have to Google it, it's becoming quite common knowledge now. If you were to just check on TikTok, if you search emojis and sigils, I guarantee you something will come up because a lot more people are becoming aware of this. Personally, I'm not a big fan of using emojis myself, but now that I know about this, I'm probably not going to use them at all anymore. Let me know your thoughts, put them in the comments, share this with a friend, and I guess let's open up a discussion, because is it real? The truth in plain sight? I mean, look at them. And some of the videos that you watch will explain it in more detail as well. Like, I'm just here to provide you what I've learned. So thank you very much for your time. Love and light to all. Share this with a friend. Peace.
But they have done this. Like, what's that other one? Her name, from the Fugees, Lauryn Hill. she was all for going to cloning and doing what they do there, as long as she made money and got famous, right? After she did, she wanted out then, and but you know, they don't let people go, and so she started crying all the time when she was there. I can't be in this, I don't want to be in this anymore, I didn't know what it involved when I said that I would join. And so she's crying and everything, and that it was like a downer to them. She really made quite a spectacle of herself, crying and the snot hanging out of her face, everything. It was really pathetic looking. And so then she made this song called I Get Out. Well, she's like, I get out, and I forget the rest of it. But she whined about it so much at cloning, they eventually let her get out. It was rare. It was just because they didn't want to hear it, see it anymore. Like, she went on and on and on. So they just let her leave.
You know, the music industry is just a microcosm of the world. So whenever you stand for something and you stand for goodness and truth, you will always get resistance. That's period. Whether you're in the pharmaceutical industry, the record industry, or whatever. Whenever you stand for truth and for the service, you know, the service of others. See, I could make money very easily. I could make records that are self-indulgent and, you know, basically self-promote me. I could do that. I could do that. Promote myself. That was redundant, but you know what I mean. You know, just do those things. It's very easy. As a matter of fact, you know, lyrically as an MC, that stuff comes easy. But in order to promote something higher, I mean, I feel now, at the ripe old age of 25, that the only thing that I could do is serve others. You understand?
It's already started, y'all. Check this out. We're supposed to have a polar vortex where places like Florida, where I'm at, is supposed to get snow. I don't know, for the first time ever. Are y'all ready for that, Floridians? But check this out, y'all. This is in Rocky Mountain in Colorado. The river is literally frozen. Y'all see that? Has that ever happened before? So y'all know how we're going through a pole shift? Look at this in Russia, y'all. Look, they're having an ice tsunami. The water is moving slowly towards the shore. Check this out. Y'all see that? And it mirrors what the clouds be looking like. Look at this. So this polar vortex must be causing all kinds of anomalies with snow and ice, y'all, because this is not the only place that this is happening to. This is happening in China too, y'all. Look at this. Wow, y'all see this? Why does it look like scales? Why does it look like, you know, why does it look like dragon scales, fish scales? Y'all see that? This is in China. This is happening all over. Wow. The way that the colors are just bouncing off that ice, this is incredible. So yes, y'all, are you guys ready for this polar vortex? It's so weird that all of this is happening and we are at the peak of solar maximum 2025, right? It makes you wonder, what's really going on, y'all? But
okay, so I know I look a mess, right? But I just got in a fight, okay? Now, don't worry about how I look. I need you to keep in mind that I won the fight, even though this heifer just made me work, okay? I haven't worked so hard in a really long time, okay? Now, I stopped to get some fuel, and I'm minding my business, right? I'm at the pump, and then there's another gentleman that's beside me on to the left of me. So I saw the B making her way outside. I'm gonna say B because I'm working on my profanity, okay? I seen her making her way outside. Now, when she came outside, I seen her go over to the other guy's pump, okay? Now, he was doing the right thing and just shushing her away, okay? Of course, she wasn't listening because she's a female. Females don't like to listen most of the time, okay? But won't nobody bothering her, right? So as I see him over there struggling with her, I decided to just turn my head. I said, let me go on and just turn my whole body because I don't want no problems, right? That didn't work because she still proceeded to bring her little self over there where I was at, okay? So she comes over here, and as she get to my truck, I said, you know, just I'm doing, you know, going about your business. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no problems, okay? I'm just trying to get on down. I'm trying to get this $2.80 fuel so I can go on about my business, okay? that didn't work, because when I tell you she just kept playing in my face, Now, as y'all know, listen, I ain't built to walk away. Now, I don't start nothing, but I'm not built to walk away once you know you all in my face like that right there. Especially ain't did nothing to you, okay? Now, if I told that heifer to go on about her business, she decided not to go on about her business, baby, what y'all think happened? Okay, so she kept playing in my face, so, you know, it dukes up, right? Let me square off, right? Y'all, when I say I didn't even pinch the chick, I didn't even pinch her. Do you hear what I'm saying? I have never seen somebody move so fast in my life. I could have promised you this chick had done sniffed a little bit of cocaine or something, because baby, she was like ducking, dodging, moving left, right, up, down, sideways. I had never seen it in my life. So either way, you know, I said, okay, well, I'm gonna have to try another method, you know. So when she come back again, look, I started doing that windmiller, you know what I mean? I felt like I was on a reality TV show. Y'all know how y'all be doing. Honey, I think that pissed her off even more, because when I told you she got me in the ear, baby, my whole ear swole up. It is swell. Whole ear, look, yeah, anywho. Now, of course, when she got me in my ear, it did stun me a little bit. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I felt like my body was gonna seize up. It's still burning right this minute. Now, I don't know if you've ever been hit in your ear, but just know that it hurts super bad, okay? All right, now, 42 years of my life, I have escaped a black eye. And I have been in plenty of fights, okay, in my younger years, but I have never had a black eye. Baby, she almost got me. She almost got the eye, okay? Now, she did proceed to somehow get me right here. As you can see, my whole cheek right there is swollen up. Y'all don't need to see all of it. That's why I got my shades on. Just know she got me in my ear and she got me on my cheek. But it's okay, because remember, I said I wanted to fight, okay? Now, yes, I'm out of breath, okay? Now, I didn't do my stretches this morning when I got up, okay? Because I woke up late and I was trying to hurry up and get down the road. So I said, I'm going to do my stretches on my lunch break. Baby, I should have did my stretches before, because I was stiff as they come. When I tell you she was moving like this right here, and I was just barely going with her, okay? I thought I got rid of y'all. She somehow gets in my truck. Oh, my God. That's all I needed. Honey, when they say God to put a ram in the bush, he put a ram in the bush for me today. Do you hear me? Honey, she got in this truck and I proceeded to put my old Amazon, thank God for Amazon, baby, because this faux fur, this faux leather right here, baby, it took me through. It got me through. I left old Biddy on the asphalt. Do y'all hear me, honey? I got her in this truck and I whipped my doggone wrist around, baby, and I was just, and you know my face was all balled up, so you know when you got your face balled up, you know you going to work, right? So I was going to work. Baby, I almost lost Donna. I'm so glad I had her glued in, because if I didn't, Donna would, baby, I lost the bra strap and the whole nine. But that's all right, because as I stated, I won the fight. Okay, now I'm going to insert a picture of that hoe at the end of this video. Now, I didn't say I won't call no names. I said I was working on my profanity. Now, there is a difference. Let me get a little sip of water, because my mouth real dry. Now listen, she put me to work. I ain't been in a fight like that, I know, since I was 31, 32, baby. I know I burned some calories. Do you hear me? But it's okay, because at the end of the day, like I stated, I mind my business. I mind my business for a reason, because I know sometimes I'm a little retarded. I am not built to walk away, okay? I'm built not to mess with nobody and keep my mouth closed and going about my business. But anywho, y'all have a great day. I think today is Monday, and I got to go, because baby, she wore me out. I'm gonna go get some ice for this ear. But as I stated, I won. Here goes the picture. She on the asphalt.
I'd like to give a special shout out to each creator that is featured in today's video. Go over to the description box. Their names and links will take you directly to their TikTok pages, where you can give them a follow or show them some love. And that, my friends, were today's compilation videos. Which one did you enjoy? Which one had you creeped out? Let's get a discussion popping down in the comments. See you till next time.